Today I will show you the fourth part of my tutorial world. To be able to collect some strings from spiderwebs, a sword is needed, so let's visit the mine again to collect finally some strings. Sometimes the environment can be helpful. Use this to give you an advantage. Let's finish the roof of the house. Fishing is, at least in the bedrock version, an easy way to get fortune and vending enchantment books, even if it gets harder with every new update to get such a nice book. In the Java version, you should enchant your fishing rod at least with unbreaking, cause the durability of your fishing rod is quite low. Well, I could bore you now with a fishing episode, Let's give you a small summary about fishing in the Java version. It's almost useless because the drop rate of nice bows and fishing rods is so low that it's totally useless to waste your time with fishing. In the Bedrock version you get so many nice things that I normally build a fishing house to store all the nice things, but here, nothing. Or at least almost nothing. Well, it gets time to build a chicken farm. This chicken farm design has an error. It seemingly will work correctly for a really long time, but then a dropper starts to overflow and the eggs will not remove it correctly from the chest, so the chest and droppers will overflow. But I did already a tutorial for a full automatically chicken farm with no error and, at least in my opinion, well explain it, so please take a look there to have a nice and correct working chicken farm. Thank you. Why is it useful to have a chicken farm? A chicken farm is in the one hand a food farm, and in the other hand it's a feather farm, and the feathers are needed to build some arrows. These arrows can be useful for your bow, crossbow or automatically defense systems. Take care that you place enough torches or other light sources in your house to avoid monsters from spawning in it. To be able to build some nice and full automatically machines, a nether portal is needed to collect some nether quartz, and that nether quartz is needed to build comparators, which are needed to check the statement of furnaces, chests, dispensers, droppers and so on. So let's find a nice place for the nether portal. To build a nether portal you will need at least 10 obsidians and a lighter in Minecraft called flint and stone. The nether portal should be near the ground level. Why? If you build it in a very low level, let's say level 11, it often happens that the portal cannot be built in this deep inside of the nether. So a new position will be calculated and the new position will be near the ground level or above it. So you can enter the nether in your basement, but you will leave the nether through another portal. And that usually looks stupid and isn't really comfortable to use. Well, now we are able to build some comparators, so let's go ahead with the chicken farm. The chicken farm has several machine parts. First, we need some chickens which lay some eggs. This eggs will be taken automatically and drop it into a new small room to build some new chickens. These new chickens are in the farm part of the machine. In the Java version, only 20 mobs of the same kind can survive on a block. Every next mob of this kind will die automatically. So you only need to collect automatically the chicken meat, feathers and eggs. The chicken meat and feathers will be stored into the chest, and the new eggs will be taken from the chest to build some new chickens, and voila, that's the theoretically work mechanism of the chicken farm. Now it's time to find a slime chunk. For the big XP machine we need some sticky pistons, and to be able to build this we need some normally pistons and slime. 3 slime chunks in a row, so let's make this usable. What is needed to make a slime chunk usable? In order to be able to use a slime chunk, space is needed to allow the slime to spawn. In the optimal case, 16 blocks wide, 16 blocks long and 3 blocks high. Further to allow the slime to spawn, you should leave the slime chunk and wait patiently outside the chunk until slime appears. In the other version you need abundance of patience. From time to time we should check the chicken machine, there should be at least some eggs now. Now we build our first automatically honey farm. For this kind of honey farm I did already a tutorial, so for more explanation please take a look there. Why do we need a honey farm? With a honey farm you can get some honeycombs and honey bottles. From these honeycombs you can build a beehive. A beehive is almost the same like a bee nest. The difference between them is to be able to take a bee nest and place it on another location. You will need a tool with Silk Touch. For the beehive you don't need Silk Touch on your tool. The next difference is a bee nest has always 3 bees and the beehive has no bees in it in the creation moment. That's why it is necessary to feed the existing bees with flowers to multiply this, and these new bees will populate the beehive. From the honey bottles you can make some honey blocks. These honey blocks have some special features. They reduce your damage from falling down. They reduce the mob speed from mobs which walk on it. They reduce the jump high, and the most important ability of this block is it glues something together. What does this mean, it glues something together? If you push a block of honey with a piston, all blocks which are connected to the honey block will be pushed with it. And that's a great ability to build machines. Well, not all blocks, but almost all blocks will be pushed with it. And as always, I hope you have learned something, and on the other hand, you have found an inspiration to improve or build something new in your world. See you soon, bye. In the next episode, I explain how you can enchant and combine items and what to pay attention on the enchantment table and anvil. Further, I like to show you how you can build a full automatically wool farm and my item sorting machine design. So don't miss the next episode.